Yeah, it just wasn't showing up.
Fat man and a little coat. Right. We're on our way back out to the land to see the truck, to see if the spare key is in there somewhere. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We're gonna take the AC off the back, try to crawl through it, unlock the truck, and then tear the truck apart looking for the spare key.
If not, it might just find its way down the hill.
That'll be edited out if it does. Here in a minute, I'll show you guys why we don't think we can get a tow truck up here to this mountain. I'll show you guys how ridiculous this dirt road is heading up to the top. Here's the moment of truth. Find out if the keys are in the truck. We'll have to undo this air conditioner and try to unlock this thing somehow.
Yeah, it just wasn't showing up.
Fat man and a little coat. Right. Got it? Look what we got! Woo! Oh my God! I don't think I've ever been this happy before.
I know, now you
like
don't have to...
the hair is standing up on the back of my neck. I'm so excited.
Now we can set it on fire.
Now we don't have to set her on fire and push it down the hill and blame it on
Chipmunks. Oh, show me your tires.
chipmunks. Yeah, this is what we noticed when we pulled up here, which is kind of weird. So you see how dirty the tires are, but it's like something came up here and it's been chewing on my tire. I don't know if that's going to turn up in the video or not, but that's nutty, huh? Oh my God. Thank you. Oh man, I'm so happy. Oh, should we push it over just for shits and giggles now?
Just do it. Now that we can lock this.
Do it for the content. Oh, look at those mountains. Good morning. So we've all loaded up and we're headed back out to the land from Salt Lake City. We're all driving, so we're driving 3 different vehicles. Lita and I plan on sleeping in our truck, which we normally do because we hot shot for a living. And terrible idea, don't get into it. My brother and his wife, they plan on sleeping in his truck because they don't have their camper yet. And then Lita and my brother's wife is taking her car because they have to go sign the closing papers today on the land. So we almost messed up and only brought my brother's truck and my brother's wife's car. And me and Lita wouldn't have had anywhere to sleep for the night. So we've got to go grab some fuel for the chainsaws and head out that way. All right, we just stopped by, got some fuel for the generator and the chainsaw. Picked up some breakfast. Plan on doing a lot of work today, so we're gonna need our energy. So the plan for this weekend is, I can't find a backhoe with a root rake. Not in time for this weekend at least. So the plan is we're gonna go out and we're gonna chop down as many of those scrub oaks as we can and pile them up. We're supposed to be getting our very first snow of the year Sunday, and that's usually when they lift the ban on the burn. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna try to get as much done as we can before Sunday, pile up as much as we can. That way, if they lift the ban on the burn, we can go ahead and burn off most of the pasture and where the shop's gonna be for now. I don't know that we're gonna mess with anything up on the hill that we chopped up earlier this week, only because I feel like it's more important to burn down by the RV pad and the houses and try to get that ready as soon as possible. So we're gonna head out. Gonna be there in about an hour and 45 minutes. The girls should be arriving. Well, they have the closing and they might run back to Salt Lake City. They might run back to Salt Lake City to pick up some things that my brother ordered for his channel, because he'll be vlogging all of his experience doing this as well. So when they decide on a name, I don't know that they've decided on a name for their channel, I'll give them a shout out. And if you're here watching me from my other channel, thank you for the support. That's it's a big help. I try to vlog everything that I do on my other channel, but because I am basically a trucker or a hot shotter, it doesn't get pushed to the right people. So my day-to-day vlogs that have nothing to really do with trucking don't really do great on the channel. So I'm hoping this channel will kind of get pushed towards the crowd that would like to watch this kind of stuff. So let me hop off of here. We're going to get on the interstate and we'll see you guys there in a bit. All right, we're back at the land. We stopped by the local fire department to see how they would suggest us going about and burning everything safely. So the plan for this weekend is to just come in here and chop as much of this out as possible. Right here is where I plan on putting the shop. So it's gonna need a lot of dirt work still. But if we clear all this out, then we can come in there and kind of level this out. Maybe use that dirt somewhere else. I know we have to widen this corner here a little bit, just the way it is when you're coming up the dirt road here. That way, if I'm pulling my trailer up here or we're getting a delivery or some sort, they don't have to work too hard to get it in there. And I think I called Sunbelt Rental today, and I asked them about possibly getting a backhoe out here this weekend, and he said they're booked solid. They don't have another backhoe. But I think what I'm gonna have to do is, when we do rent it, the tractor trailer is probably not going to be able to make it up here the way that some of these corners are. So when I drive the backhoe up, I'm going to start fixing all the corners. That way we can make these wide turns. So that's the plan now. We've had a lot of people coming up and just driving our property here. So we purchased a few more aluminum no trespassing signs. And I have 100 of those plastic ones coming. That should be here today, but since we ain't at his house, obviously we can't pick them up today. So we'll just plaster everywhere just to keep people off the land so nobody gets hurt and we're not responsible for it. So that's the plan now, is he's probably gonna go ahead and throw up a sign probably on one of these trees. I did bring some of my chains. We may try to hook the truck to some of these trees and see how hard it is to actually pull these things out. Because if we can get one guy just pulling up, hooking up a chain and backing up and pulling some of these trees out. That might be faster overall than cutting and coming back with a backhoe.
Damn it. I don't have the right bit on this thing.
I do. I almost tripped on you, Penny. All right, well, we got a few of them pulled out. I'm just not sold on the fact that if it's actually worth it. If I could get a backhoe with a root rake in here, I know I could pull these things up easy now. But we can't get one, so I think we're gonna break out the chainsaws and just start clearing all this. Now, when I sent my dad pictures of the property, he suggested we put the shop up this way. Because this was going to be our original driveway. They started working on this before the land was sold. Then Chris came and looked at it and was like, no, that's not going to work. I don't like that. So he brought it up around to the poles so we could take our RVs up there. And the more I look at this, it doesn't look like that would be a bad idea. But I'm wondering if we should do like a giant governor's driveway that'll go all the way up and then back down around here. Of course, that'll be a lot more asphalt to put down. Yeah, look at those mountains. Amazing. So, I don't know. Once we get all this cleared out, we'll be able to kind of look at it and get a better idea. But Dad might be right about, afraid about putting the shop down here. I mean, it's one way in, one way out. So you'd have to have some balls to come up here, but I have some super bad luck. And we just may make that a pasture down there. Put the shop up here. I don't know. We're undecided. But I know we've got a lot of work to get done here. He's got a doctor appointment call in a little bit, so we're trying not to get into anything crazy as of yet. As soon as that call's over with and he finds out what those bumps are on his butt, then we'll be able to get back to work. Alright, so let me apologize for the wind, because it's always windy but when I pull the camera out. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up here, because it's easier to walk downhill, obviously, clearing this brush, than it is uphill. So I'm going to break out the generator, because I use a electric chainsaw. A lot of you guys are probably laughing at me, but I put it up against my brother's, I think he has a Remington, and it cut just as fast. And I went 2 days on 1 tank of generator gas, and of course he's had to fill up his chainsaw multiple times. So I'm not saying it's the best thing to do, but it's what I got, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm not gonna run out and buy a bunch of stuff, and we're gonna have something that'll do it anyways. So let me get to work here. Well, we've been at it for a few hours now. Dang, actually only 2 hours. And that's including us pulling those trees out down there. We've only been here for 2 hours. But having some chainsaw issues. The old Remington, seems like the clutch is slipping. It's like it's in a bind somehow. When he lets off the gas, it immediately dies. And it just seems like it's slipping, so it's a brand new chainsaw.
Yeah. Doesn't run great. I'm good for a few days, but...
So the Harbor Freight one's kicking its ass.
No, not really.
I think it is. I take the safety switch up there so I don't have to keep pushing it up and down. That thing is... It's getting a little dark on us now. We've slowed down a bit. There's been some really big oaks over here that the chainsaw, the electric chainsaw, just doesn't like. I really thought we were gonna get this section done, but with Chris's chainsaw messing up and just slowing down with these big oaks over here, I don't know. It's not looking good.